just because of the insecurities that come along with, being a woman and you're a public figure, you're a radio personality, TV personality, influencer, whatever it is, if you have a job or a career that's in that public realm, a lot of times it's hard to date because a lot of men can't handle that. They can't handle their girl being the center of attention or being around a lot of different males who are like DJs and rappers and all of this. And it was always like a point of contention. So my boyfriend and I met through two mutual friends. His best friend was actually dating one of my really close college friends, and that's how we met each other. And of course, we started like texting and talking. We started out as just friends, and clearly it blossomed into something bigger. So I think definitely his maturity, just the maturity in his thoughts and how he articulated himself, even how he spoke to me, how he spoke about his past relationships. I really admired that. Just a very like level-headed, logical thinking person, not filled with a whole bunch of drama. So I think that's what initially attracted me to him. And also just, being there for me and being my friend. And now I think that's like super important in a relationship for someone to be your friend first before you take that step towards a relationship. Because I didn't like him like that at first. I was not thinking about him. I wasn't trying to date him, be his girl, none of that. I had just recently, got out of a relationship not too long before that. And I was really just, trying to have fun. The funny part is that he had all of the things that I did not want in a partner. Like, he already had kids, he had been previously married before, just all these things that when you're a young woman, you're like, no, I don't want no man with kids because I want our kid to be our first one, or no, I don't want him being married before because I want that to be, our first experience. But a lot of times the things that we think we don't want are the things that are perfect for us in the moment. And the way that he compared to any other man that I had ever dated or, talked to, it was just like, those things are so minor compared to, what's really important in a relationship, and that's being able to communicate, that's being committed to your relationship, really being a caring partner, being an attentive partner, and he had all those things. So I think it was two things that I learned from my previous relationship that really kind of steered my growth in this one, is that one, in my previous relationship, I don't feel like we were ever fully showing ourselves to each other. It was always somewhat of a mask that was up in that relationship, and we just really didn't know each other at all. And in this relationship, even though it was super uncomfortable in the beginning, like being able to be fully vulnerable and really be yourself and to talk about those things that are hard to talk about, to have conversations about things that are hard to have conversations about, and not being judgmental and still loving each other after the conversation is had, possibly even loving each other more, because there's been instances where we've gotten into heated arguments and we've had our ups and downs, but at the end, it kind of gave our relationship character, and you end up loving that person even more than you did before all the bullshit happened. But the second thing I would say was that I felt trapped in that relationship, the one before the one I'm in now. I didn't really feel like I could be myself. I didn't feel like I could really pursue my dreams in the way that I wanted to, just because of the insecurities that come along with, being a woman and you're a public figure, you're a radio personality, TV personality, influencer, whatever it is. If you have a job or a career that's in that public realm, a lot of times it's hard to date because a lot of men can't handle that. They can't handle their girl being the center of attention or being around a lot of different males who are like DJs and rappers and all of this. And it was always like a point of contention in any relationship or situationship that I ever had, except for this one where I feel like I can really be free. Of course, we have our things where it's like, oh, I didn't like what you said, on that podcast, or I didn't like this, but we can talk about it and it's not like it's a whole big blown up situation. And he really pushes me to strive for more, to chase my dreams, and to really like live my life to the fullest. Even if it doesn't involve him, he just really wants me to be happy and to go after everything I want to go for. And people will say that. People will tell you that, oh, I want you to chase your dreams. You know, I want the best for you and all of this. But as soon as it comes down to them not being the priority, or if it comes down to it being something that they're not comfortable with, it's a whole different tune. So I'm happy that I'm able to be with somebody who really is genuine and sincere when they say that and pushes me to do that. I've definitely evolved in this relationship and grown up a lot. And I think that's one of the biggest things in determining if a relationship is for you or not, is how much have you grown as a person? How has this relationship made you a better you, not just for the relationship, but also for you? I feel like just, you know, for the duration that we've been in a relationship, I've grown so much and I've learned so much about myself as a woman, and elevated myself in not only, you know, my spiritual journey, but also, you know, in my career, in dealing with family and friends, and just being more attentive in those relationships based on what I've learned in this one. So I think, you know, even if this is something that doesn't last forever, which fingers crossed, I hope it does. I hope we get married and like drive off in the carriage into the sunset. But even if it doesn't, I would do this 100 million times over just because of the journey that it's taken me on and who I've become because of it. I would say just know that everything is going to work out in your favor. If you stay prayed up and you really ask God for what you want, not only in your life, but in your relationship, and really get specific about those things that you want, allow him to move in your life and move the pieces around so that he can give you the desires of your heart, you will be fine. That's number one, okay? There's a second one. Number two, don't let any man ever tell you that he doesn't want you more than once. A lot of times as women, I feel like, you know, a guy will tell us he doesn't want a relationship when what that really means is he doesn't want a relationship with you. Or he'll say, you know, oh, like I'm not really there right now, or oh, this, oh, that, whatever. Any type of form of I don't want you, you need to leave that man alone. Period. Okay.